Hey there, friends. Nibs again, out here in the garage tonight, doing a little bit of goofing around. Got a quick mail call for you guys and a new target idea that I'm coming up with. Ought to be a lot of fun for the channel. Not sure how far I'll take it. If we'll just keep it a patinker or whether we'll do something a little more elaborate with it. But I'm going to tinker around with it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun either way. Let's get into the mail call first. We'll talk about that, and then we'll take a look at this new target. So I've got a package coming in from Amazon here. Let me get my A knife out here. So I've got this new SOG Adventurer LB. It's a nice little budget-friendly knife. It's not quite as fidgety, flippery as some of the ones that I like, but for the money you pay for that, it's... So here we go. So this is... so I've been getting quite a few springers recently, and it's really tough with a lot of the springers to get them to sit. There's actually a couple more in here, but we'll only talk about this one. It's tough to get the springers, the scopes to sit still on top of a springer, so I bought a few of these one-piece mounts with a dovetail rail on the bottom, but it has 4 clamps and a stop pin, so should be able to really get the scopes to clamp down pretty heavy duty with that. So that's gonna go. I've got a couple of new springers that I'm having a tough time keeping the scopes to sit still on, so hopefully that'll go a long way to help out there. This next one is an addition to the knife collection, and you guys know I've been picking up the Crosman blades line. This is just garbage, but Crosman blades line of pocket knives. They have 6 or 8 different models that they actually commissioned Camillus, which you guys know I like the Camillus knives, the Camillus brand, to make these for them back in the early 80s. So not terribly old, but pretty nice and vintage. So I do have, this is, I think, the middle one. Let me see what the model number is on this one. So it comes with a nice Crosman blades holster. It's in pretty nice shape. It looks like it's been, I don't know if it's ever been put on a belt. It doesn't look like it's worn, but now this is the knife itself. This looks like the same size as a buck 110. I mean, it looks just like a buck 110. Let's see here. I have a brandy new buck 110 still in the wrapper from Walmart. Oh yeah, that is exactly a buck 110. No doubt about it. Doesn't have the brass pins like this buck 110 does, but I seem to remember the older bucks didn't have those pins either. So, but a lot of buck knives were made by Camillus as well. So, but there you go. This is the 956. So I already had a 952 and 952A. This is a 956A. The bolsters do show a little bit of wear. You think I should try to buff them up, or they don't look in terrible shape, so I probably could fix that. But there you go. That's Crosman blades. I think this is the biggest one they have, but really cool, just like a buck 110. Now the next piece. Little disappointed in how it was packaged. This is exactly how it came to me. Here's the shipping label right here. They just put it on the plastic bag, on the outer bag, but can't you at least stick it in a box. But been getting a lot of cool collector knives, and my other bin is completely full. So I thought I'd better get another one so I can keep storing stuff. So I'll probably do, I'm not sure if I'll move everything over to this one, but so it's got space in the top here. That's fixed to the lid for, like, I don't know, 15 or 16 knives, and then it's got another pallet here that is actually double-sided. And some of these loops are bigger than others. Like the loops on this side of this are sewn smaller than the loops on this side of this one. Some bigger ones here, some are, and then a final pallet in the bottom. So 4 separate places to put knives. Now my other one is completely full, and I have a whole box of right over here, collector's knives that I've recently picked up that I don't have any room for anymore. So, but here's what I have already. So these ones are all Camillus knives, and then down the next pallet down are all older knives that are not Camillus knives. And then the next pallet, I'm having a hard time, they're way too much, are kind of modern knives and stuff. So I got to figure out a way to move. And then some bigger stuff in the bottom that wouldn't fit. A lot of them are collectibles, but wouldn't fit up top. And here's that other Camillus that I was telling you about that is a 952. That one looks more like a number 4 sized. Well, it's a little smaller than a number 4. But so I'll be arranging all the knives. I don't know if I'll do all small collectibles in one, and then bigger stuff and newer stuff in another one. But that's the mail call. So the next thing is I recently in my job came across some pieces of steel, and actually threw this on the floor, and it went twing, and I immediately went, fascinating. And so, but I immediately picked it up and hung it on this wire tie, and so I actually took my guitar tuner on my phone, and that rings right at a G. So I'm gonna think about, I've got a bunch of these. So if anybody wants one of these just to have a plinking target at their little air gun range, let me know. I'll send you one of these. But I've got a bunch of these, and I'm thinking about goofing around with it and tuning them, trying to tune them. So that one's a G. If I cut a little bit off, that should take me up to an A. Cut a little bit more off, take me up to a B. You see where I'm going. And maybe have a little musical instrument type of deal for the air gun range. So I actually do have one hung up across the garage here, and I do have a little piece of splatterburst on there just so it gives a little bit more visual ability for me to aim at. But let's take a couple shots at it and see what the air guns do to it. Shooting a little high there. So that one down there, I just have it hanging on a couple of pieces of string from the center of 550 cord. But that's a nice sounding gong. That'll be really cool. Hang a few of those out at the range. Even if I don't mess with them and cut them down, they'll be really nice little patings. Something a little different than the gong, but still has nice sound. I don't think you'd want to shoot it with anything more than an air gun. They're pretty stout pieces of metal, but it might stand up to a 22. I don't know. I've got enough of them. I can sacrifice one to see what will happen to it with the bigger stuff. But anyway, there you go. Pretty cool stuff. Just out here playing around out in the garage, and thought you guys would really appreciate that. Definitely going to be a lot of fun, and I always like playing around with new and interesting targets. And the way that the holes are on it, it actually makes it tilt down, so your pellets will just ricochet straight down to the ground, so you don't have to worry about things flying this way and that way. So, but yeah, got the Walther LP53 out here playing. Hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.